Welcome back to Launch Your Light, a podcast that covers the soul and strategy of running a business and sharing your heart's work with the world. I have another amazing guest on the show for you today. I want to introduce to you Wendy Lee. She is a doctor and holds a PhD in biomedical engineering. She is an acupuncturist, an herbalist. She is the founder of CBS Acupuncture, which stands for circulation and balance and stability. She has 8 locations, and she's going to talk to us today about how she went from teaching bioengineering all the way over to acupuncture. So, Wendy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jamie. And I'm so happy come to your podcast.
Yes, yes. Okay. And you're in Boston, which is my hometown. That just makes me so happy to have you. Okay. So I want to hear. This is why I have my show, because a lot of the women that come on do have these like totally random backgrounds, and then they end up in this entrepreneurial path, right? And they're like, I'm like, oh, how did you get here? And I find it fascinating. So, how did you get to become an acupuncturist? Maybe tell us a little bit about your past as a
Um,
PhD and all the degrees you have.
yes, yeah, it's a pretty like amazing experience. Or yeah, I got my PhD in Tulane University in New
I
Orleans.
love New Orleans. Yes.
Yes, and I graduated in 2006. Then I failed in like get a position as a faculty. I
Mhm.
was sad, but actually that is a good fail
Yeah.
because I got an offer from Harvard Medical School. I
Wow.
came to Boston as a research scientist in the like Harvard Medical School.
Wow.
So my research was in cardiac electrophysiology. That is, we do research about how people get fibrillation
Mm,
and how we can treat them.
mm.
At that time, we have a co-work. She's a lab manager of our like big lab, and she actually have another side job as acupuncturist.
Wow.
Yeah. So at that time I was like 28 or 29, and I was feeling very energetic and pretty perfect health. But when I talked with her, she said, "Oh, you have this problem, you have that problem." I said, "No way. I'm perfectly healthy." So then she said, "Oh, you have your tongue have thick tongue coating. Your tongue is like shivering, and your like face has some color is not like perfect." And she pointed out some other conditions I have. I said, "Really?" I still in doubt. But then she told me, "Oh, there's an acupuncture school she started in Newton."
Wow.
I said, "Really? I never heard about that." So then because I actually had some good experience of acupuncture when I was young, and
Mm.
I had some like knee pain because I ran too much.
Mm.
So my dad brought me to an acupuncturist, and one time my knee like 80% better.
Wow.
So I had this experience, and she told me that there's an acupuncture school there. So then I decide to have acupuncture school. And half a year later, I was a student in acupuncture school.
Wow. I love these stories because I teach about purpose or soul purpose and how we get guided and directed to these things, and these like people you meet, and all of a sudden you're on this new path. That's really awesome. So, did you dive into it quickly? Were you like head first in like a student in on this, or did you also try to teach at the same time and go to school for that?
I continue to do my research.
Mhm.
I raise rats. I do surgery on rats. I continue to do my research about
Cool,
cardiac physiology, cardiac electrophysiology. And
cool.
on the side, I start work at 8 o'clock, finish 4 o'clock for my I research. Then 4:30, I start to learn acupuncture, go to acupuncture school. I
Oh,
went to like from 4:30 to 10:30.
what?
Yes.
Ah,
So 3 years, 3 years I do that.
3 years. Was it like a Monday through Friday thing?
I think it's about Monday to Thursday, 4 days about.
Wow. This is
Yeah.
what people need to hear, right? This stuff ain't easy, right? You don't trip into this.
But if you enjoy it, you
It's
don't
great.
feel tired. Yes, it's great.
Exactly. Yeah. Say that again. Everyone needs to hear that too.
Yeah, find your passion. You will devote to that with endless energy.
I agree. Oh my goodness. This is so great. Okay. Because even like I don't really watch TV. But like, what do you do? I'm like, I read books, I study, and they're like, what? In your free
Yeah.
time? I'm like, yeah. Like I want to I'm passionate about a topic or subject. I'm gonna go read about it. I'm gonna go get a teacher on it. I'm gonna go enter a certification on it. I love it. It feeds me. It feeds my soul.
Yes, follow the passion. Actually, many doors will open for you.
Mhm.
You know, after I went to acupuncture school, a professor in MGH, his name is Andrew Ang. Heard about me like from a research scientist in Harvard Medical School. Actually, at that time is the affiliated hospital in BI. And he invited me to go to his lab in MGH to do research about acupuncture.
And MGH Mass General Hospital for any of
Yes,
our
yes,
listeners. Yeah, cool.
yes. So he invited me to like, switch my research from heart to acupuncture.
Whoa.
And I went to his lab and we started to do some research about acupuncture.
Whoa. When was that?
It's from 2009 to 2012, and it's like fascinating.
Fascinating. I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, MGH actually have good grant for acupuncture, and I think lots of people don't know.
Because so many people, I think they consider acupuncture to be like a side self-care, like
Yeah,
massage, like this, but it's like there's a science behind it.
yeah. Some
Your
lots of people,
master in it?
yeah,
Your master's?
yeah, lots of people still think acupuncture is pseudoscience. It's
Yeah,
actually yes,
right. And like, no, you can have your master's in it. Can't
yes,
people even become doctors of it?
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. There's a doc degree for acupuncture.
And even though it's ancient medicine, right? But it's
Mhm.
like gonna be the future of medicine too.
Yes, yes, it definitely. And we did 3 years acupuncture research in MGH. And unfortunately, me and Dr. Andrew Ang, we applied a few grant for acupuncture, and he's smart guy. He definitely a smart guy. And we applied a few and spent lots of time to write grant, but we didn't get more grant. So we discontinue our research there. But fortunately, I found a professor position in Wentworth
Wow.
as professor in biomedical engineering.
Wow. So is that what you also do now still?
Actually, I worked there 9 years as a full-time professor.
Mhm.
Then 2021, because I was so busy with clinic, so
Mhm.
I resigned.
Mhm.
And full-time, now I'm full-time acupuncturist and also run my business.
Right. Your resume must be amazing to read. Oh my goodness. I love this. Okay. So now, guys, I was just asking her, I'm like, how many locations? She's like, 8 locations. I was like, oh my God. For anyone, we have a lot of Massachusetts people listening to this, especially if you and I are sharing it. We have a lot of New England. Can you
Mhm.
list the 8 towns you're in for our listeners?
Um, we are in Walpole, Marlborough, Natick, Needham, Waltham, Quincy, Boston, and Cambridge. Yeah.
Wow. This is so impressive.
Yes, because I want to do some contribution to the holistic medicine,
Mhm,
to the whole healthcare system. So even now, we like, as long as I don't lose money, I want to open more clinic,
mhm,
and I want to redefine acupuncture
mhm,
because people don't know acupuncture. We just want to have appearance
mhm,
in all the community
mhm.
to do education, to do treatment, let people know what we can do.
Yes, this is beautiful. For anyone that's listening, can you explain what acupuncture is?
Acupuncture in like narrow definition is use a needle, very fine needle, insert into certain points on the body. Usually these points line on the meridians. There's multiple meridians on the body. So if you're wondering what's the meridian, maybe we can like use a um, metaphor or use a no, use a term called like you can imagine there's many rivers running inside the body.
Yep.
These rivers run the body liquid,
Mm,
body energy. And we do the acupuncture needles to help the rivers
mhm,
to open more, to
mhm.
flow
Yeah.
instead of stagnated, blocked.
Yes.
And in a more broad definition of acupuncture, we also have other techniques like cuppings, gua sha, and
Mm.
tui na, and moxa. These are a more broad definition of acupuncture or Chinese medicine. We use different modalities to help different conditions.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Yeah,
And
so we can actually treat a variety of conditions like um, asthma, allergies, hemorrhoids,
mhm,
and anxiety, all kind of pains, and like digestive issues, a lot of different conditions.
even allergies, right? People
Yes.
have allergies.
Mhm. Yes.
People go for pain.
Pain. Yes.
Even like people go for fertility as well.
Oh, yeah, a lot of fertility people. Actually, all the people who come to me, they have infertility problem. Actually, everyone eventually get pregnant, either through IVF, natural, or people come with miscarriage.
Mhm.
They eventually all get baby.
Wow, yes. I that this is so helpful and so beautiful. So many people need to hear
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this. There is something
You,
that can help you.
you know, somebody maybe can think I'm bragging, but
Oh, no.
I'm not bragging because
Huh.
you know what? The Chinese medicine, the philosophy of Chinese medicine is we treat the body to let the body heal itself. The body, all the cells, they are smart. If we give the cells clean environment, supply every cells
Mhm,
nutrition,
mhm,
remove all the trash from the cells, let the cell living in a clean environment. The
mhm,
cell know what to do. If there's a problem, they know how to repair.
mhm,
So that's why we don't treat all these conditions. We help the body gain like balance, gain stability, the circulation all good.
mhm.
Then the body know how to repair. That's why we can treat all different kind of conditions.
Yeah. When we were conceiving, I had 6 losses, 6 miscarriages. Yeah.
Wow,
And
sorry to
there were
hear.
3 confirmed pregnancies and losses, and then 3, when it's like a chemical pregnancy, they're too quick for them to be like tested, but I know because I had them. And I worked very connected to energy with my children before they came in, and I would
Mhm.
connect them. But I knew I had to heal my body too. It wasn't just like they wanted to come in. I really had to heal my body. And I went and got a graph, like the heat. what's it called?
Thermograph.
Thermographic. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we could like pick up in certain areas, either it was my womb or it was also my kidneys and my eyes. Like my eyes had anger around them and like heat. And then my womb, and he looked at me and he's like, you won't be able to hold a pregnancy. And I was like, excuse, like what? And then I it wasn't right after this, but I ended up feeling called to do 6 months straight of yoga and meditation every day. And
Wow, that's
from
good.
spring equinox to fall equinox. And I said, COVID had just happened. And I said, I'm going to lead a movement for people who are losing their minds right now, stuck at home. I'm going to lead every day at 7 a.m. And I got up and I started with my fluids. And then I went into teacher mode, did yoga on my body, breathing on my body, and moved all those meridian lines, right? Because like a lot of yoga's reaching all that. And we were pregnant with her by the summer. And I was so nauseous and sick and had to hide a pregnancy for the rest of the yoga I had to do. But it was like a reminder that the body is so beautiful and it can heal.
Yeah.
And now I have two, and they're driving me nuts. LOL. So, so
Well,
miracles happen.
congratulations. Yes.
But I know, so I that's why I brought up the infertility because I know a lot of people that go do that. And I think it's great for people to hear. That's a beautiful healing avenue to take. How many, okay, I know we're in the deep in the fertility, so I'll pull us back out of that right now, but depending on the issue, right? Or the what people are coming to you for. What's like an average session look like, and how many sessions usually really help shift the person?
Depends on different conditions.
Okay.
For example, for the pain, for like shoulder pain, neck pain, leg pain, like 5 to 10 sessions, they can like better for like 70% better or 80% better. And for like
Wow.
infertilities or for the menstrual issues, a few cycles, like 5 cycles, like 10 cycles, like half a year to like 1 year, most of people, they get like what they need.
Mhm.
We regulated their period and they get pregnant.
Mm.
Um, and also for people who have like for female menopause,
Mhm.
like hot
Yep.
flashes. And
Yes.
for those, like also about 10 sessions with herbal medicine, they
Yeah.
will feel like greatly improved.
So that's great too. You don't just do the acupuncture, you're also like, and here's some amazing herbs that will
Yes,
support you on that journey, right?
right, right. And for herbs, I think lots of Americans, they
Mhm.
don't know much about that.
Nope. Because we don't have any indigenous cultures besides the one we came from that no one wants to learn about, you
Yes.
know? Because
Mhm.
I agree with you. I'm like, we've wiped out the indigenous culture that taught us about all the herbs here. And it's a shame because we've got beautiful plant medicine here.
Right, yes. I acknowledge the, improvement or like new findings about all the like molecules, vitamins, and the minerals. These are essential for the body, but the modern science still missing or haven't come to the recognition of these old wisdoms.
Yes. Do you feel like there's been a revival of that though?
I think I have the confidence or I have the mission
Yes.
to educate people about herbs.
Mhm. Yes. There's, I feel like there is a comeback of it where
Mhm.
a lot of people are taking it amongst themselves. Some of my friends I have there are just like going to take herbalism classes, learning about herbs. So many moms who get into it. Then they have kids and they're like, oh, what's in this medicine? I'm not giving them this. And then they go learn. And that's like a whole universe in itself, herbalism.
Right, right. And it's the beauty and effective, but it's also very complex because each single herb it can have hundreds different ingredients.
Right.
And FDA can never, approve
Right.
herbs as medicine.
Right.
Uh, In comparison, China actually categorized herbal medicine as medicine.
Cool. Yeah.
And yeah, lots of knowledge there. And we also like not just give single herbs. We have formulas. And
Hmm.
different formulas, they have like synergic effect.
Hmm.
And they boost each other the effect and
Yeah.
they counteract their side effects. They like make their side effect minimum, make their desired effect maximum.
Mm.
So
So
it's mhm.
is acupuncture part of traditional Chinese medicine, or is it its own separate thing? It's
Chinese medicine have a few different methodology.
gotcha.
Modern, yeah, Chinese medicine have acupuncture,
Hmm.
cupping,
Hmm.
moxa, herbs, tuina, qigong, like tai chi.
Yeah.
But in US, because the history things, acupuncture was first introduced in US.
Cool.
So, I think during 1970s,
Wow.
yeah. So one person visits China, and they bring back, and
Wow.
they have I think in Times or which newspaper I forgot, they have a big report said in China they use acupuncture to treat different conditions, include anesthesia as. They
Wow.
have open surgery, um, open chest surgery, and some people allergic to anesthesia medicine. Then they use acupuncture to do anesthesia, and they were amazed.
Wow.
So that bring the acupuncture to US, but it's a long history, and it's through like a dozens years to bring to the general population, and took so long for insurance or the government Medicare to
Mhm.
cover acupuncture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but herbal medicine is not covered yet.
No. But I feel like we're gonna see some really cool things happen on the healing pathway in the next dozen years. You know what I mean? It's gonna be cool because now it's so known. I feel like it's one of the names, like, how yoga is very known now. It's like,
Right.
get it when
Yes.
you hear it. I feel like acupuncture is pretty darn close to that recognition.
Yes. Yes. And I thank you, like, thank for lots of people, bring acupuncture to the general population and even covered by insurance.
Yes.
That is a big like leap
Mhm.
to the popularity of acupuncture.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Let's switch to this. So you have all these degrees and PhDs, and then you went to this, right? So then you have patients, which you love to do because you love to teach and you're teaching people in that moment and healing and helping them. But then you run all these locations. And I said to you, how do you have time for clients? So, how do you handle running all those locations? You have a team of 10, you said?
Acupuncturist, we have 10 acupuncturists.
You have 10 total that work at all those locations.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Do they work at different locations too? Do they bounce
Yeah,
around?
they bounce around different locations.
Very cool. So you have a team of 10 that
Yeah,
locate the location and you take clients.
yes. I
You
see lots
love
of patients.
You see lot, yeah, that's what you said. You see lots of patients. Okay. How many patients do you see? Like how many a day? What's for anyone who's thinking about going to acupuncture school? What you're in Boston, there's a lot of people, it's a big population. You named off a bunch of busy towns. What's your life like throughout the week? How many clients do you see a week?
I usually start like see 10 to 20 patients.
A,
Then mm,
a day?
yes,
Oh my God. For how long?
maybe 8 hours.
Oh, like 8 hours. So it's like some people are there for 30 minutes. Some,
Yes.
what's the
Yeah,
average time?
between like 30 to 1 hour.
Okay.
face to face.
Yeah.
Yes. And then after seeing the patients, I will do more administration work
Hmm.
and meet with my different teams, like IT teams, insurance team, and the marketing team, technology team.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. You have 10 acupuncturists. Okay, then you just said a bunch of teams. How many team members do you have for all that stuff?
Maybe another 10
Wow.
people.
Wow, you're amazing. This is great. And you know
I
what?
try to, I don't pay myself salary. I all my income try to support the team
I know,
to
I
make
bet.
their,
Yeah. Yeah.
make their acupuncture more accessible for all the people. And we also invest like to develop more technology,
Yeah.
integrate more technology into our clinics.
Yeah. You're
Mhm.
amazing. This is so great, because with all of us that run small businesses, it's like this is one of the most beautiful parts is that we can give other people jobs. We put the money we make as businesses back into our communities.
Yes,
And that's
yes.
why I have a business school for women and I'm here to help women get
Wow.
their businesses going and running and launching and expanding and whatever, wherever they are, right? Uh,
Yes, that's great.
but women do great things with money.
Right, yes. We also like to build a network.
Yeah.
We try to include all the people to help all the people to, develop their career. And
Yep.
I feel woman is very like powerful.
What's the percentage of females you have for your staff?
Oh, my staff, I have 5 males. Oh, no, 7 males
Mhm.
out of about 20 people.
Wow, beautiful. So
7 males and around 13, 14 females.
do you ever get bored?
No.
No. Okay, how do you balance all of that? And also like taking care of yourself, getting sleep. And I know this is the most annoying question to hear as a business owner because you're like,
You know, I,
so, but you're in the health industry and people are listening, probably at the edge of their seat right now, listening to this. How do you care for yourself? Eat well, move, you know?
I'm very fortunate. I feel I'm blessed. I have my beautiful kids, my supporting husband, and they are like 100% support me. And my kids are very independent
Yes.
and they don't demand my time, but I still, talk to them and have good relationships with them, support them, their studies. And so I don't need to worry about my family.
How old are your kids?
My younger one is 10th grade,
Mhm.
16 years old. My daughter is 16 years old. My son is 19 years old in
So you
college.
had you had kids with all this going on?
Yes.
Was that back in your PhD times? Oh my.
My last year of PhD, I have my son. And then when I started
Wow.
my acupuncture school, my daughter was born.
You got to write a book or something. This is
If I
empowering.
have time.
If wait, yeah, when you have time. And it's how lovely is it to have a supportive spouse on this journey?
Yes, I feel very fortunate and blessed. So that's why I told my kids, my husband, we don't need to think about our future. We will have enough to eat and we have a shelter.
Mhm.
So all our income we will do to support to like promote body, mind wellness for the society.
Yeah. Who cooks in the house?
My husband.
Yeah,
He
he does. Woo!
he cook better food than me.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love talking about this. Okay. This really makes us so human when people hear these, like, oh, she's a mom and she's got teenagers and she's
Yes.
got a husband at home. Do you live in Boston proper too, or do you live in one of the suburbs?
Suburban, yeah.
Cool. So you don't, do you have like a big commute or no?
No, you know what we choose location of our clinic now around my house.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Exactly.
average is 20 minutes to all different locations.
Hey, smart female business owners, we think about this stuff, right? We
Yes.
think about this stuff. Oh my God. I feel like this is such an inspiring call for someone. So let's get, what would the advice you would give to someone who's hearing this and going, I've had a calling to explore this acupuncture. What advice would you give them for someone who wants to like get into that?
I think one of the advice I like to give is if you want to solve your own problems, solve all the problems first.
Hmm.
Your own problem will be solved.
I love that. That's beautiful. Where obviously there are schools everywhere. Is it just something you can do a Google search for? Acupuncture schools near me? Like if people are listening to this in Texas or California right now.
Yes, you can search acupuncture school if you want to learn acupuncture. And I actually encourage lots of my clients to study acupuncture
Yeah.
and start acupuncture like maybe in the future as a side job initially.
Mhm.
And one more thing, actually, we are preparing to start an acupuncture school.
Of course you are. I was gonna say, that was gonna be my next question. So when are you coming out with yours? Oh my
We
God,
are
of course you are.
preparing. We are preparing.
I want to read your astrology chart. Oh my God. What's your sign? When's your birthday?
In October.
Are you a Scorpio or a Set or a I can't even think right now. Libra? Are you a Libra?
I don't know. I'm not an expert.
What
October
day?
17th.
You're right on the cusp with Libra and Scorpio. You're still a Libra. Scorpio happens on like October 21st.
Ah, okay. I don't know about that.
It's good. You're good. You're a Libra.
But
Gold
you know,
butterfly.
Chinese have animals for
Yes.
different years.
What's
I'm
yours?
an animal of horse.
Oh, yeah. Of
So
course you
I keep running.
are. Boom, boom, boom. You got that horsepower. You're just galloping through life. Woo!
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Oh my God, I love this. Okay, so you have a school coming up. What's happening with that?
Um, it's very strict for the government to regulate school because it offer a master degree. So we are preparing all these documents, and I don't have a timeline when they will approve us,
Mhm.
but we are actively and are like preparing. Like I don't know if this September, next September, we
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
can enroll students.
This is so exciting. Amazing.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you-
also exciting. That's why I have so much energy.
Yeah. Do you have students who want to learn under you now and they kind of like mentor under you or apprentice under you?
Because I tell them like to become an acupuncturist, you have to have a degree.
Mhm.
So I have lots of clients are actually waiting for me to open the school.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Your fortune lines must be activated. This is amazing. Well, I'm just so glad we got to have you on the show because this is what
Thank
people want
you.
to hear. It's a
Yeah,
mixture.
thank you for broadcasting me so you can bring my message to others.
I forget how we were connected because are you in the Boston business group that I'm in, or did you are,
Yes,
right? I
yes.
think your assistant reached out. Did you reach out to me or did your assistant reach out to me and say, hey,
My assistant, she's my left arm or right arm. She
yeah,
helped me a lot.
yeah, she was great. She was on me. She was like,
Yeah.
yo, you need to interview my boss or whatever she said. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
Sylvia. Yeah,
I was like,
Sylvia.
all
She's
right.
great.
She was
Yes.
great. Oh, this is so great. All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you for spending time with me. And I want to like have more people know about acupuncture.
Mhm. This was, I think, the message of, I mean, we talked about so many amazing things on this
Mhm.
episode today, but also it's like a mixture of like, go after your passion, and don't be afraid of hard work and enjoy it,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And make us like female more, contribution, influential to the society.
Yeah.
Just we don't just say female like um we are half of the population. We need to also do all these contribution, influential, make all these influence to the society. Then our um position will naturally be elevated.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Every time we lift everyone up, right? When we rise up.
Yes,
Women don't
yes,
want to do that. We're not doing it necessarily solo. It
yes.
lifts up our everyone, our families, our communities, the people we're connected to, our locals, like everything.
Yes, yes. We don't just request our position in the society. We earn our own position.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah. Maybe you'll do the book after you launch the school.
Thank you. I will someday.
Okay. Well, you inspired me, and I'm a go-getter too. We run two businesses. We have two toddlers. We've got a
Great.
puppy.
Yes.
Decided a puppy at the same time was a good idea. Absolutely insane. Me and my husband, we run a jujitsu self-defense school in town for
Wow.
children, for bully proof, for women's self-defense, for law enforcement, building confidence and leadership and community. So my husband does 28 classes a week there.
Wow.
Yeah, while we're trying to build up a team of instructors. So I feel you. And then I run a business school for women, right? So it's like, oh, you got the kids. Okay, you're going this. Okay, we're going here. Okay, wild school here. So we kept the kids at home. They're at home with us. They're little. They're 2 and 3. We do wild
Uh-huh.
school and nature school with them and stuff.
One more thing I want to talk is
Yeah, yeah.
do the startup. I run the business. I said it's fair. If it's fail in the future, it's fine.
Mhm.
Well, you know what I gain?
Mm.
I did a role model for my kids.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
see me make efforts
Mhm.
to like work hard, so they become so independent. I'm very proud of them.
Mm.
So even everything fail, I never lose anything.
You did it. You did it.
Yes, yes.
Love that. I love that. I think a lot of moms need to hear that too, right? Okay.
Yeah, so just go pursue the dream, like chase the dream. Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Last thing. How can they find you? What's your handle on Instagram?
CBS Acupuncture.
CBS Acupuncture. I'm looking at it right now. I will put the links to your website and your social in the notes for this episode when it goes live. So people will be able to go find you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Well, Wendy, this has been an honor to talk to you. Thank you for carving out time on your
Thank you.
schedule to talk to
Yeah.
us. And I can't wait to see the response and how many people love and listen to this episode.
Yes. Okay, now both of us go back to family.
Now we go back to family, everyone. It's 9 o'clock at night. We're finishing up. It's at 9 o'clock at night, y'all. This is what being a boss lady looks like. Okay, well, thank you to our listeners. We so appreciate your time and energy listening to this episode right now, and we'll see you on our next one. Bye.